Please check if it's. I don't think it's on live on YouTube.
So let's go. Everything is live.
Are we?
All right, welcome back, everyone. It's still the Emmanuel Egbele annual Scrabble tournament, the 5th edition, happening at Eko Hotels and Suites. This is round 6, and on stream now we have Mr. Esan Dokun facing off against Ojih David. The game has started already, and Mr. Esan Dokun started with a play of Calypso from his rack of Poclasy. So it's Ojih David's turn to move. On David's rack, we can see WHAURCE. So there is a choice of WUS to score just 7, keeping AECHR. Hoping that he can go into the bag and fetch tiles that would actually help him play bingo. There's also another option of WHA for 22 points. Keeping AUCR as well, which is not a bad leave.
Yeah, I could still see Hugh for him, but he played Wa instead for 22 points.
So I think it's going to be a back-to-back play of bingo by Mr. Esan Dokun.
Okay.
All right, CEEFURN, Ojih David to move. All right, so there's a choice of fencer for David to the R from Rattlers that Mr. Esan Dokun played.
Point, I guess. Hello? And there's also FUR for
Yes.
26. And I think I will go for Fencer for 45 points, keeping RU.
Yes, and I think that's what David is doing as well. As we can see, he has committed that play of fencer for 45 points, keeping UR. All right, so there is the X, there's the Z, there's the L, OEG.
Are we okay like that, sir? Okay. You can rack your board now. Aswan.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, there's a player of OX. OX scores 52, and Ojih David has drawn the first blank of the game. There is TIURAW and the blank for David.
I can see says for 38 for Mr. Esan Dokun.
All right, David just made a play of Suites, which is Kwaku's top move, for 27 points. So there's a score of ZEE right under WHA for Mr. Esan Dokun, and he scores 45 points, keeping UGLB.
Which is not a bad rack as well. But I don't think he's going for the Z. He went for VEG instead.
All right, so instead of Z, he played G's, and G scored 36 points. There's a bingo on David's rack, and I think he has spotted the bingo. You, Gary, and is playing through the Okay, it's playing from the triple word, and from the G's rather. So from the triple letters square is playing Ugari, and we can see that it's using the first blank to make that play as well. All right, so pass fine. There was actually a play of Quinta through the CH for 102 points. Very, very hard find if you ask me. But David has taken a play of Ugari. So that's a miss though, Quinta. It's a miss on David's part. But then again, it's really not easy to see considering the fact that he has a lot of vowels on his rack. There's a blank and it's a 9 letter, so it's not an easy find. All right, Mr. Esan Dokun to move, and we can see now after David's play of Ugari, he has gone to draw the second blank as well. So Mr. Dokun Esan made a move of PUB, taking out the triple word score. All right, AIJTOE blank. So there's Jota or Jato for 45 points for Ojih David, keeping AI blank. Wonderful leave while he's also taking a score. You know, things are actually flowing for Ojih David. All right, so he committed a play of JOE instead for 39 points, keeping AIT blank. There's actually quite a number of reasons why he might have done that, considering that Joe takes a front hook of S and the board is still quite open. And he also has the second blank, so he's giving himself, a lot of chances to be able to bingo and take his lead in the game. And that's not bad if you ask me. Although I can't quite see Mr. Dokun Eson's rack. I can't see his rack right now. But it looks like he's making a play of Jingle. All right. Jingle was his play. David has AAINST. All right, so there's a ×9 for David here. There's Platina for 122 Platinas. There's also Alations for 122. And it may seem as though David has spotted Alations and he wastes no time in taking the move as well. He really doesn't even want to waste his time on thinking about it too much. Once you've seen your move, there's really no need for you to overthink. It's just play, take your score, take your lead, and yes, go into the bag. So I still can't see Mr. Duquesne's rack, so we don't know what he has and what he might want to do.
Okay.
All right, so I wait for Mr. Dokun and Eson's rack to come back on the screen. Let's take a look at the plays so far from Calypso to Rattlers. It's a back-to-back bingo. And David taking Fencer for about 45 points. Then OX again. So on 3 turns, Mr. Adokweso has gathered quite a number of points. But Ojih David just played a ×9 alations. And yes, he has actually come back into the game. Despite the fact that his opponents, played 2 bingos and then scored about 52 points with OX. So it's quite remarkable. This game can still go either way. It's anybody's game at this point. Okay, so I think a play of Morn has been committed, MRN, that's connecting to the E from Ugari. And MRN scores 34 points. So Ojih David's rack has GHITUD. Okay, RIGHTUD. So there is a play of UGH for for keeping IDRT. UGH scores 32. There's also GHI for 32 as well, keeping UDRT. And they can also decide to play through the CHE and play Grudged for 30 points, keeping IH. So he has committed a play of GHI for 32, keeping UDRT. All right, we can see quits coming down. All right, so quit scores 32 points. Like I said, this game is still anyone's game. You can tilt either way. This should be 358 to 360. All right, FRUDDTR. One vowel on his rack, he can shed, just 2 or 3. If he plays RUDD for 21 points, keeping FRT, it actually balances the rack to an extent. R and T are flexible tiles, they are bingo prone tiles. And the rack, I wouldn't say the rack is totally bored. It's totally blocked rather. There's still, space and 1 or 2 things can still be done. But it seems like David wants to make a play of DUO. DUD rather instead. And I think he has committed it, so there's DUD. So DUD keeps FRRT. And then Mr. Dokun immediately goes in to play VIV. Okay, VIVO, yes, VIVO. All right. All right, so David has drawn OOI to his former rack leave of FRRT. There's a score of 27, keeping IORT for throw. There's also 4 in that same position for 27 points as well. Then there's 4 hits for 30 points if he wants to shed, a lot of tiles and take a score of 30 points, which is 3 points more than FRO and FOR. All right, FOR is the move from Ojih David, scoring 27 points. So we can see Mr. Dokweso's rack now. KADNYEI. So there's 40 points. Kylie through the L from Calypso, Kylie scores 40 points, keeping ADN. There's a score of Yak, 32 points. EIDN is going to be the rack lead, or Chiki, 36. AIDN. So it has quite a number of options, and it's still going to take a good score and still have a good rack lead. So we're waiting for him to just make a decision, because at this point, because the game is still very close, it can still tilt either way.
For him, I could still stick for him. YIRK for 32 points, which is also good. And but I think the best play should be Kylie for 40 points. What do you think?
Yes, I think Kylie is the highest, although I might decide to play Cheeky instead, keeping AIDN.
Why?
I don't know. I just really like the leave.
Okay.
Yes, it's just a personal preference.
Okay. But I think at this point in the game, for me, it's just about taking the highest score.
Yes.
Now,
Considering the fact that it's very close.
yes.
Okay, so I think he actually arranged EIK, but you're sticking it off the board.
Okay.
It's very possible that he's not seeing those moves right now.
And David's rack looks promising. I don't know if there's anything in it. I think is
That's a rack of AEILORT.
yes.
Yes, it would need a float to actually bingo.
Okay.
And the board is actually quite conditioned,
Yes, it's well conditioned.
Yes, it's quite conditioned.
That's
So
one thing about Esan Dokun. Once he takes the lead, the next thing is just he conditions the board very well. But we still have under CHE.
yes, he has taken that spot out. He played EIK. So now that spot is gone. He has really conditioned it. So even if a bingo is going to enter, it has to go through the N, and like you have to play under the WOK.
Yeah.
So he has conditioned that place as well. I think a lot of players in Nigeria play defensively, especially when they are leading.
Yeah, I think this is the right thing to do, because you wouldn't want your opponent to come from behind to steal your will I say already won game.
Yes, you would not want that.
So you wouldn't want your opponent to do that. So I think it's the best thing to do.
David is actually contemplating as to whether or not he should make a move of LOP. He has taken it off the board though. What do you think David should do at this point in the game?
Just for me, it should be to play out like playing Lorette to that. Okay, no, that will open ×9 lane. No, it's just to play out, because trying to balance your hand at this point, I don't think it's necessary. For me, I will go for LOP, lob. Play legs, LEX, OR, and LOP for 17 points. At least leaving AEIRT It's not a bad rack. Well, I
Yes,
think
it's
he
not.
has considered
Yes, I
gone
think he
for
played
Stella
taller.
instead.
That's
Okay, tall
20
line.
points. Yes, 20
Yeah.
points. All right, DIMABNY. So there's MY for 32 points. Playing MY opens, it no longer conditions the board, and now a bingo can enter under the MY. Now there's another option of BY. BY actually stays inside the board, connecting blot and yeks,
Yeah.
scoring 26. So do you actually think that it should play BY or MY?
MY. I think MY will be better.
But do you think it should be opening the board, considering the fact that the game is actually a very close game?
It's just taking your score. MY will give him
32.
32 points.
And BY scores 26, which is 6 points less.
Yeah, I should go with MY.
Okay, so he decided to play BI instead. BI scores 18.
Okay. That's a good move as well. One thing interesting about this game is whoever plays leads.
Yes, that's it. It's a very very close
So,
game.
yeah, it's about taking your scores at this point and playing defensively at the same time. Because you wouldn't want to score 20, then you give room for your opponent to score 40 something.
Yes, I mean now it's the end game,
Yes.
On the one hand, David has IISNE, just 1 point styles. On the other hand, Mr. Dokweso has DYNESOM.
Okay.
Now the game is very close, and the heavy tiles on his rack, he has to share the finish, while David has to plan a 1 or 2 move finish. All right, so I think they are reconciling scores. I mean, at this point, the tension is very high, and you want to be sure that you've not miscalculated in one place and
Yes.
then end up losing the game by 1 or 2 just because of a miscalculation.
Losing the game. Let's.
All right, so while they are reconciling, what do you think of their play so far, both players?
They've been doing well. I don't see much error if there's any. I think they've played well, except for David when he had ×4 for Quinta. It's the word he knows. I know that he knows the word. But if he had taken time, like a minute or two, to
Yes.
look through his rack and the board, I think he would have spotted it.
Yes,
But
and playing Quinta would have been better. Would have been a lot better, actually.
it's 100 plus instead of carry and all that. But I think so far they've been doing well.
Yes, I
Given
think
the
they have
like
been
of
doing well too.
Esan Dokun, a master player, a veteran master player. Uh, um, they've been doing well so far.
All right, so David to move, he has 7 minutes, 30 seconds, and that's a lot of time. It's a
Yes.
lot of time for him to actually think, analyze, track, do the needful.
Yes.
David is probably thinking of how to plan a 2-move finish, because I'm not so sure he can finish in 1 move. I mean,
No.
IIENS. Yes. So planning a 2-move finish would be perfect. But then he
Yeah.
has to take a score. He
Yeah.
has a lot going through his mind, because he has to take a score. He has to make sure that with the tiles his opponent has, it doesn't take as much. It doesn't take a lot of scores, so that it doesn't take the lead in the game.
Yeah, but I
So he's
think
probably thinking of a lot right now.
the game is going to David. It's going his way, in my own perspective, because okay, let's say he plays bind. Okay, with the B at the triple word lane. Let's say he play bind there.
Yes, that scores 18.
18.
Yes.
So he'll still take the lead. So it's left for Mr. Dokun. Is there anywhere in the board where he can score 60 or 50 points? I doubt.
Now, looking at the board, right under Fencer, there's this move he can make. He can play many.
Yeah, he can play many, but that
Now, many
would
scores 37. And if
okay.
David scores 18, he increases the lead. Because
Yes.
currently, if the scores are correct, this is 421 to 449. Okay, so this is Dynamo as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Mr. Adoko is to move. I honestly thought David was to move because of the
Same here.
timer.
Yes, same
I
here.
thought David was to move because of the timer. Now, Dynamo is 41 points, keeping just S.
Oh,
Now, if the scores are correct, this is 421 to 449. If he scores 41, it takes him to 462.
Oh, really? I thought David was to move.
Yes, I actually thought David was to move. If David was to move, then there's a very high probability of him winning the game. But
Yes.
now,
I doubt.
yes, I doubt it as well. I think he
The
wants to
player
play
of
many
Dynamo
instead.
has not been committed. Okay. One thing in this game is whoever finishes first wins. That's what I
Wins,
think.
yes.
Yes, whoever finishes first wins. And the look of things, I think Mr. Dokun will finish first.
Okay, so David plays sign 25.
Oh.
Takes it off the board again. At this point, I really think David doesn't want to make any mistake, because as far as I can see here, I'm not so sure there's a lot that he can do.
Yeah, there's no much he
I
can
don't
do.
think there's a lot that he can do. Okay, so I think the timers are switched, and David is on 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think that's where the issue is. The timers are switched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so he commits NIES 25 points.
Mr. Dokun will definitely finish.
Of course, he would.
It was a tight game indeed.
So it does DOS, right? That's 20 points. Takes 2 from David. And then if the scores are correct, final scores 484 to David's 474. Very, very close game.
Yeah, it was a close then.
Yes, it was. It was. Although I really have to commend David, 2 bingos back to back and then another score of 50. He had to play a bingo himself and a times 9 to come back and fight for the game. In as much as he lost with 10 points, I don't think it should be feeling too bad because he actually played quite well.
Yeah, right now he will not be feeling too bad, believe me. But after the game, by the time he must have gone through his moves, like check what he had when he played the Ugari, he will
Yes, the
really feel
Quinta.
bad. Yes, the Quinta would have given him the game because Quinta is 100 plus times 4. I think that would have given him the game.
Yes, I think he will probably analyze the game. People will come and say, you did see this move, Quinta and everything, and it will be very, very it feel very bad actually. But then again, let's really give it to these players. Playing on stream is a whole different tension on its own.
Yeah, that's true. I've never won any game on stream before.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, I always feel this. I don't know. I don't know, scared or what. I don't know.
It's
Because
just
I don't want to play
yeah,
badly. I don't want to talk.
yes.
Yes, I don't want to be criticized and all that. So I don't know.
Yes, it really
It's
does
not
something to the players.
really nice
It's
to
just
be too careful when making your move. Sometimes anything that comes to your mind that moment, even if you have like 3 or 4 words in your rap, that first move that comes to your mind sometimes it usually pays off.
yes,
You know,
it does.
and
It
instead of
does.
trying to let me go this way, I don't want them to say, she should have done this and all that. But
Yes,
really,
it's just that
well,
fear of criticism that causes a lot of nervousness and jittery.
yes.
I think they are still analyzing the game.
Hmm. So that's a bit of the game. After each game, you talk about it, the things you did wrong and
Yes,
make the same mistake again your next game. It's
that's
nice.
very
In as much
true.
as it not allow you to, engulf you at that moment. Because if you allow it to engulf you, that means it will affect the rest of your games.
Yes, that's really the thing. When you lose a game, you just analyze the game, see what you could have done better, and just shake it off because you do not want your demeanor to follow you to the next game because there's a probability that you would actually lose the game if you're feeling low in spirits.
Yes. Well, give it to the two players. They did well.
Yes, they did
Uh,
very well. It was an interesting and exciting game to watch.
really. Though I missed some parts because I had some